Two mothers trying to find a safe place to live with their teenage children say they were met with deplorable conditions at the Children's Center in Galveston. The head of the health department shut down that facility. ABC 13's Rosie Wynn has more.
It has been a tough few years for the two women I spoke to who were forced to leave the Children's Center in Galveston. They have been working to find some stability for their children, a place where they can feel safe. But after staying at this center here for a few weeks, they say they are not surprised to hear that the health department closed the center down.
It was horrible.
Unacceptable living conditions described by Alexia Francis, who was living at the Children's Center in Galveston for 3 weeks with her 15-year-old son.
There is a mold smell as soon as you walk in to either house. It does not matter what you do, it comes back. It's just bad there.
The Galveston County Health District tells us they began investigating when a child who was staying at the center went in for a routine doctor's appointment and tested positive for lead poisoning. Dr. Philip Kaiser says this prompted them to send environmental health specialists to check on the conditions at the facility.
It's literally one of the dirtiest places I've ever been in. And there's dirt on the floor, there's dust everywhere. That's important because that's the way the children get lead poisoning. And the people track the dust into the house and it gets on the floor and the kids crawl through it.
Officials reported high concentrations of lead, rat droppings, rotting food, and infestations of roaches, bedbugs, and fleas. Consequently, the health department issued an order to halt operations at the Children's Center. Some of the displaced residents, like Kelly Needham and her two sons, are now staying at a hotel in the area. But they don't know how long they'll be able to stay. They are hoping for some accountability from the administration running the facility.
It was gross. It was gross. I mean, who would expect somebody to bring their kids, especially, into a place like that?
2019 tax filings show the center brought in more than $2.6 million that year. The Galveston County Health Department is now working on submitting a report to the Texas State Department of Health and Human Services, who they say are the ones overseeing this nonprofit. Dr. Kaiser says it will ultimately be up to the state if they end up opening a criminal investigation.
What are they doing with all that grant money? I think as a layperson, that's the kind of question I would ask, and that's the question we will pass on to the regulatory authorities.
The Children's Center is funded through government grants and donations. The United Way of Galveston tells us they give $70,000 to the center each year, but after finding out about these allegations, they have pulled the center from their website as a resource for their clients. Their executive director tells me she called for an emergency board meeting tonight to discuss the possibility of pulling the remaining funding for this year indefinitely to the center. Reporting from Galveston, Rosie Wynn, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.